Share screen. Back to the streaming thing so everybody can see what I'm doing. Here we go. This is it. Bond Trigger, this is because you've not heard it yet.
Hey, you gotta share that sound, fam.
I don't think you're sharing this. The
You gotta share
computer
the
sound.
sound, fam.
You gotta share the sound, Mark.
You can't hear it?
No, you gotta share the computer
He gonna
sound.
turn it up.
No, we can't hear it.
Oh my God. You have to share the whole computer screen?
You have to share the sound. There's an option to share the sound.
Who changed that?
That's how it's always been.
What are you talking about? Zoom did that?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's been like that forever.
Well, then I'll just dance it by myself, which is completely fine with me. But here it is. Let me know if you hear it. Oh my God. What is going on? I have to re-enter my password, and I think I'm sharing my screen. Oh my God, guys. How do I do this?
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, now can you see it?
I can see it, yeah.
Now can you hear it?
Nope.
No,
No?
I can't hear anything.
Misa can't hear this song.
Nobody could hear it?
Did you select the thing that said share computer sound?
I thought I did. This is my first time hosting an open mic. Real life or virtual. I'm just letting people at home have time to tune in because they got the alert that I went live. And then now they're all getting their popcorn cooked and everybody gets to see how bad I am at computers. Okay, I clicked share computer sound and then I shared it, and you let me know if you hear it. Hear it?
Yeah.
Now I can hear it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good evening. All right. What year is it? Oh, good. It's 2000. Phantom Menace on VHS. Jar Jar Binks, y'all. Phone simulation. Phone simulation. Phone simulation. 2000. Yeah. Sing it with me. Let me hear you. Phone simulation. Phone simulation. Phone simulation. 2000. Yeah. Oh, all right. Not bad. Give it up for your host, Mark Hornback, the well Hungarian. Well, all right. Phone simulation.
Yeah, there we go, guys. That was it. Everybody is tuned in. I'm gonna go check our streams and tell you how many people are watching. We have two watching, and that is why I waited to start the theme song, to get everybody gathered around the old computers. That I don't know who's watching at home. But I imagine that it's entire families, that each viewer represents between 6 and 12 people gathered around the laptop in their living room on their coffee table, a dog in front of the fireplace. This is better than the Emmys. I was watching the Emmys. If you're watching the Emmys, Schitt's Creek wins everything. That's a spoiler right there. That's how you're doing it. Oh man, this is gonna be a really fun one. Stick around. We have good comedians and we have great comedians, and I'll let you guys determine who is who by clapping or by leaving mean comments on Twitch. Go on Twitch and leave mean comments. That Facebook, leave nice comments. YouTube, leave nice comments, but Twitch is for the meanies. That's what I'm trying to keep it contained to Twitch. That's what I'm doing. Let's see it. Let's take a look at the room. Look at this room. Oh my God, everybody. There's a dog here. Holy crap. Wow, this is good. People are eating. We have some good backgrounds. Those are all the comments you're gonna see later. So that's gonna be really fun. Are you guys excited for what is it? Is it 40 days or something like that? That thing going on that we have to do? We have to vote, and people really are trying to get people to vote. I think that voting is what got us here. So maybe we don't keep trying that. Maybe don't tell people to vote. Maybe what we do is we only tell certain people to vote. We only encourage that. because I know masks are the new politicized thing. I think voting should become the new liberal thing to do. I don't know how we do it, but you know what? They don't say anything about voting in the Bible. Jesus sure as hell didn't vote. I don't think he'd be happy if you voted. So you like Jesus, you could stay at home, maybe make it on a Sunday, make it a sin to vote. Or just voting. That's a lot of numbers and math. That sounds like a college guy thing. I don't know. Maybe all those nerds. It's for nerds. Maybe only nerds should vote. I'm trying to make it uncool in the eyes of conservatives to vote. Basically, we have to make it a political thing that voting is not patriotic anymore. Voting is like, you really want to change the president? That sounds like you don't like America. That doesn't, I don't know how that's gonna work out, guys. What else is there going on? I really need a haircut. I've been waiting I've been waiting to cut my own hair, and it's gonna be awesome, guys. Who has anyone here cut their own hair? Since I'm just gonna go through and roast people's haircuts. Is that what I should do?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I will not do that. No, but I am investing in more hats. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wear hats to business meetings. I'll wear hats though. I think I hosted with a hat one time, didn't I? I don't know. Like I said, I'm hosting solo, so this is the best that you're going to get out of me for the night. If anyone wants to co-host, I could always make you co-host of the room, and then I can go to the bathroom maybe at some point in the night, which will always be a good thing. But no, guys, we're going to start this out. Everybody, I'll message you when you have 1 minute left. I think, how many were on the list? It's a decent list. Let's do 3.5 minute sets. No, let's do 4 minute sets. We'll do 4. I'll quit doing the half minute sets. I keep doing that. Yeah, I always do 4.5 or 3.5. We're going to do 4 minute sets. I'll light you at 3. I'll message you. What else if you ask how much time you have left, you have 1 minute remaining. Because we don't fuck around here. That's been a rule since real life. But here you can check I can't tell if you check your notebook. That's the good thing here. Usually I start lighting people when they go, what else do I have to say? And they have 2 minutes left and they start scrolling through multiple pages of their notebook. That's usually when I give you 1 minute light, but I won't do that here because I can't tell if you have a notebook. I'm looking for our first comic, but I forgot that he has a wonderful setup and I'm not going to see his face until I introduce him. Please welcome our first comedian, Von Traeger.
Woohoo!
Hey, thanks for having me. Thanks a lot. I'll need an audible. I am not fully technologically set up, so I'll need like an audible on the 30 seconds if you don't mind, sir.
Okay.
I spent everything on the Frankenstein computer. Anyways, yeah, my name's Von Traeger. My parents were gonna call me Schwinn, but they were pretty sure they fucked on a Von Traeger, so they went with that. Von Traeger, good bicycle company. I like them because ever since they got popular, people started saying my last name right. Surprise! It is my real name. It's my last name. I'm being a bro about it. I'm having a real fun time, making the name Karen a slur. It's really great. Stress reliever. Call it anyone doing anything remotely wrong a Karen. They immediately get angry. Reminds me of the one time there was someone a Subaru had parked taking up 2 spots in my building parking lot. I had some window markers. I wrote racist all over their windows. They straightened up pretty quick, but I'm maniacal and I stalked their car through the whole parking garage. It was like a whole, like one of those spiral ones, and I just stalked them because they'd always get in after me. So before me. Beautiful. They kept cleaning the cars. Yeah, I'm spiteful but creative, non-violent. So but I think Martha's got to watch out. I'm tired of all these scratchy Martha's knitted sweaters, scarves. It's just too much. There's always cat fur on them. Martha's are next. They say dress like the job you want. I like to dress like someone who owns real estate inside Jumanji. And I'm tired of all this good guy gun, bad guy gun stuff. You know, it's just I think there's other parts of the conversation further on the line we need to talk about, like all guns are shaped like dicks. You know, we have 3D printers. We can make vagina guns. We don't need to do background checks. Make them vaginas. Guys won't be able to find the trigger. It'll be perfect. Even when you're firing the gun, you won't be sure where, like, what angle the bullet's gonna come out of. It's a whole surprise for a lot of people. Oh man, I don't know if you guys know this, but we're using poop and spit to do mass COVID testing. Apparently, a real good way to test where the COVID's coming from is you just put a testing stick in one of those poop tubes, and you can tell where the poop's coming from. I guess I don't know. I need to take a tour of a sewage facility to get more sewage, because that pipe's got to have a real name. I don't know. Then they're also splitting up. They put your spit into like multiple pools of spit, and through math, they can figure out who's got the COVID. It's kind of weird, but also amazing because I get to talk about poop.
30 seconds.
Thank you. Well, I'll end on a shorty here. My grandma always used to say, poops and dicks. If you're doing it the right way, they're both the same size. Eat your fiber, Sonny. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna. Thank you, Bontrigger. I wanted to wait till he left the stage entirely. I felt like that was appropriate. Is that Bontrigger? Is that what you were saying? Is that they're testing for COVID in the sewers? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, because I guess because it does literally, like, they come from different neighborhoods. There's only so many people in certain neighborhoods, so they can literally like do process of elimination. And it's like, 20 people, like it's this guy's poop. They could figure out the general street area where the poop's coming from, and then do testing in that area. Do more targeted testing instead of mass testing.
Thank you. That was Science Talk with a curtain about poop.
And thank you for those faces, Laura. That's why I'm on this side of the curtain, looking at those faces as I say poop facts.
I don't like that you can see that you're behind a curtain, but I know you can still see us. Somehow your setup is very misleading.
It's like opposite peeper zone. It's like
that's what we're gonna keep rolling. Thank you, Bontrigger. One more time for Bontrigger. He's a local guy, so it's funny. But now we're gonna take ourselves all the way to the East Coast and welcome Ralph Anthony.
Hey, awesome. Thank you so much. It's so great to be here, especially following Zach LaRock. That was fantastic.
A little bit.
I feel like making a reference like that really shows how old I actually am compared to people in this room right now. Laura laughed. Laura and I are probably like the same age. Everybody else is like, who is Zach LaRock? What is rage? Why are they so angry? Are they not therapy? Are they not finding their inner child? I think kids are miniature versions of homeless people. I think kids are homeless people. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, listen, if you look at any child and put them next to a homeless person, there's not much difference except in the size. They're the same exact person. It's like looking in a mirror side by side, like the before and the after, and the after and then the before. It's wild. It's wild. Kids are just like homeless people. They hate to take baths. They're always in dirty clothes, and they never want to brush their teeth. Like, that's just straight up homeless people, man. That's just a homeless person. We shouldn't call them children anymore. They're just tiny homeless people. I think that if we started doing that, kids would be more apt to want to brush their teeth, because nobody wants to be homeless. Nobody wants to be homeless. Parents get offended when you want to call their kid a bum. They get offended if you want to call their kid that they look like a homeless person. But think about it. Just if you take looks and habits aside, okay? Children have money problems. They never have any cash. They love to play with cardboard boxes, and they're always in shopping carts. That's a homeless person. That's a homeless person. We got to start calling it like it is. Got to start calling it like it is. So you gotta get these kids. You got to get to them. You got to get them to change their habits. These parents are soft. The parents are soft today. So I think we need to go old school to get these kids. Scare them straight, just like that show. Scare them straight. So I think we need to. I think we really need to bring back bullying. I think we need to bring back bullying in a big way. I think it's a rite of passage. Get these kids to really just shape up. These kids are fucking soft, man. Soft. They are weak, and they are homeless. Listen. I had a bully. It's funny that I had a bully because I look like I bully people now. If you guys look how big I am, I'm a monstrosity compared to some people. I'm a monstrosity. I'm 6'2", 210 pounds, and I just look like I vote Trump and push over old people. Like that's the idea of in person. I love bullying. I love it, and it's so much harder. It was so much harder for us. Like parents today think cyberbullying is such a big issue. They think it's a terrible thing. Cyberbullying. You know how you run away from a cyberbully? Boom, there you go. No more bully. I would have loved to have closed my screen, shut off my camera, turned off my phone. That would have been great instead of having to run a 40-yard dash to get away from our all-state fullback who just wanted to beat the shit out of me. All right, I ran out of time. You guys are great. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Ralph. Anthony, he's going to go back to cyberbullying in the chat room of this Zoom. That's where he's going to go. He's not the reason, but I don't have direct messaging on in the chat, but I feel like that was a good choice preemptively. Once he sees Trevor's eye makeup, I feel like he might just start laying on. I like the eye makeup, Trevor. I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying Ralph would make fun of it.
I know Trevor. Trevor's awesome.
All right. Well, you guys, we'll get through all the drama in the chat, and that's where the drama will stay. That's what we're gonna do. But in the meantime, please welcome our next comedian, Katie Zane.
Woo! Mark, I like how you threw a match and you're like, "Hey guys, stop setting fires." Today was the best day for me in the whole wide world. I adopted a cat today.
Yeah.
I've never adopted an animal, and I'm never having babies, so this was an important day for me. He's pretty awesome. I never thought that I'd find an animal that was really my touch tone. I was like, oh my God, this is like an animal version of me. But this cat is 2 years old and all he wants to do is sleep. And I am 36 years old and all I want to do is sleep. So I feel like we're on the same page with what we want to be doing with our time. Otherwise, these are really weird times we're in. I wouldn't say not just the pandemic, not just the other things going on in this country. I never thought I was going to be rolling my eyes at Save the Children t-shirts. I did not know that was a crowd that I was going to be like, ooh, I don't want to hang out with you. While at the same time, closeting my love for Harry Potter. So weird. I was in a waiting room the other day and I saw this other couple and I realized when I was looking at them and how they were dressed that I don't trust rich people who are dressed casually.
Uh-huh.
What are you hiding in your joggers? You have $1,000. Why are you wearing sweatpants? I have a lot of questions. It's funny that Ralph was talking about people, toddlers and shit being homeless. And for me, what I hate is when I see a rich person who looks homeless, but it's Prada, you know? I look homeless because I'm actually in poverty, man. Just hire a stylist. You can. Stop wearing sweatpants, you lazy fucks. I'm an aging punk rocker, which really just means that I spend too much time keeping holes open in my body. Because it was an investment. You know, maybe not the best investment, but I'm never gonna lose that like $400 or whatever. My body. When I was writing that joke, I realized I have a used car with their tattoos on my body. So you all know right now at this point from my set that I have no money in my bank account. Like, you know that I'm broke. I've given you all the evidence that proves that. I think my favorite thing about the pandemic is no one asks me if I'm pregnant anymore. You know, uninvited. I am a woman who does, I'm a fat white lady who does carry a lot of weight in her stomach. And the thing is, people ask me if I'm pregnant, or they ask me about the children that they think I've left at home. You know, they see me just living my life and think I'm neglecting children somewhere. I just like a look or something. They're like, look at the way her fat is right there. She's definitely birthed babies. Where are they? What has she done with them? I have no idea when you sent that minute, Mark, and I'm done. Thank you so much.
Woo! Thank you, Katie Zane. Good to see you, Katie Zane. Before the mic started, the cat was on the camera for like a solid 10 minutes, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah. He's huge and amazing. He's the best.
I'm going to show my cat on the camera. Come here, cat. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can tilt it down because he's doing what he was done.
Is this how you hold a cat? There's my cat.
Is that how you hold it? I don't know. Tell me.
She just attacked me.
I'm gonna go. That's not how you hold it. Then.
I do want to apologize to Ralph Anthony because I was implying that he was some sort of bully, and then like the next thing he says in the chat, like right after we started, is Katie's like, "Oh, I adopted a cat today," and he's like, "Oh, that's awesome, dude!" Like he's just encouraging, like he's a nice guy. I'm sorry, and he's friends with Trevor, and I'm not trying to start things between people that are friends.
You're just saying that because he's a bully. That's why.
I'm saying that because he could direct message me, and he's been doing that nonstop since I did those things. So. No, we're gonna start. I can't keep backing in and out of what I've been saying, but I can keep moving forward. The only way out is through, and through all of our comedians on the list is the only way out. Please welcome Alicia Rayne.
Hey. Yeah, Katie, I don't know when exactly I stopped doing this. It wasn't like a purposeful thing. I just didn't realize it. And then the other day I was like, when did I stop doing that? I don't know. I remember, like these girls that would, in like the punk rock scene, there was like this uniform where it was like a Ramones t-shirt that was a little too tight with like black jeans and black and white Converse. And I always thought it was a cool look, but I never did it. So I feel you, Katie. Keep going. I don't have any holes to keep open, but I love it. Good. Yeah, guys, I got my toasty little sweatshirt on. Fall came upon us like really quick. Like all of a sudden it was like, 80 degrees, and then the next day it was 55, and it's just like, God. The summer sucked, but at the same time, I'm like, where did it go? Yeah, but it is October. Seasons are changing. It's also hunting season. And you know what that means. Budweiser and Jack Daniels are going to make a hell of a lot of money. Because drinking while holding a loaded firearm goes together like drinking and unprotected sex. Cheese and rice is what, peas and carrots. Yeah, it's good. It's a good time, guys. I got a new car semi-recently, and it's good. It goes from 1 to 60 in 10 minutes. It's got fun amenities like heated seats, but they heat up so fast that I think to myself, I'm like, did I just pee my pants? And I did, but not for that reason. I live in a very small town, and it doesn't really matter which one. Like all small Midwest towns are the same. Chances are someone in that town will name their kids Dallas and Austin, and they'll never go to Texas. Chances are somebody or you are somebody named after a type of cheese. I know 9 Colbys. That's such a hot name. I don't know. Chances are you're going to have a high adrenaline name. Chance, Chase, Ryder, Hunter, Danger. Chances are they're all going to be in the same carpool. This is my impression of the best friend from a Hallmark movie. Yes, Karen, you will open that cupcake bakery. That's it, guys. Pretty spectacular. I think I'm up for it. Thank you, guys. I'm Alicia Rayne.
Yeah, Alicia Rayne. Thank you. I like those danger names. I'm trying to see if we have any on here, but I don't think we do. No, that's so weird. No danger names. On that note, we're gonna bring up a very boring name. No, I'm just kidding. It's very close to it's very close to my name. I like it. I like that we have similar names. Please welcome Marcel Neal.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah, man. So to piggyback off of Alicia though, yeah, like spring hit us real quick. Like spring, I'm in DC, like that shit hit us today, like yesterday it was hot as hell, I got up today and I was fucking freezing this morning. Like last time I woke up that confused, like I was getting drunk with Bill Cosby. It's crazy. Did anybody do brunch today? Brunch? Any brunches in here? No? Okay, Gary. I feel like brunch is funny though. Like, if I would advertise brunch, I'd be like brunch because IHOP don't have alcohol. You be the alcoholic be mad as hell. You like shit. Y'all only got food in this motherfucker. That's all y'all got. Shit crazy. So yeah, man, got the news. Finally took all the news in. Being able to cope. Cardi B and Offset breaking up, y'all. They're getting divorced. It's happening. It's crazy though, man. Like I feel like it was fucked up when I found out the reason why though. You know what I mean? Like Offset, he cheated and girl pregnant, and I was like, that's fucked up, man. It's like knowing that this dude got a wife and a kid at home, why the fuck would this bitch keep the baby? Like was she trying to anything for clout? But yeah, we got the election coming up. And I hate how everything's so political, man. No matter what you do, it puts you somewhere on the political spectrum. It's like if you drive a hybrid, you a liberal. If you got an AR-15, you a conservative. Like it's crazy. It's like I'm not pro-choice because I'm super liberal or like a male feminist or nothing like that. Like I'm pro-choice because I'm anti-child support. Pro keeping my damn money more than anything. Yeah, man. You ever had somebody give you like their woke title? Like woke title is like the longer it is and the more syllables, like the more it's like I'm a cisgender, pansexual, libertarian, vegetarian, fuck the librarian. It's like, dude, again, paper or plastic. Like, it's crazy. What else, man? Like, yeah, man. Like, not a male feminist, man. I actually can't stand these guys. Like, every time you hear one of these dudes talk, like, I think about a dog trying to convince other dogs to get neutered.
Oh.
You can't believe in the You can't believe in the product you pushing, sir. You know, is how much time I got?
1 minute.
1 minute. All right. Oh yeah, no, that's just the iceberg. You know, it's what else? I gotta end with something friendly, right? Well, that's all my time, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marcel Neal.
Woohoo!
You had like 35 seconds still. It's fine though. Give it back to the room, and if you think of something, you can stick around to the end, do the fastest minute, and you get 1 minute to say it. And you don't have to be friendly in the fastest minute. That's when everybody brings their bullshit. Please. Everybody save the drama and bullshit and bowling for the fastest minute. I forgot. That's appropriate time for it. In the meantime, please welcome our next comic, Trevor Gertensen.
Woo!
Hey. How's it going? I am wearing all black, and the reason I do that is because people tell me that it's slimming, and I'm not sure if that's true or not. But I do know what is slimming: crystal meth. Keeping up on that. I also know I realize that like with the way that I look, there's a lot of things I can't do. Like I'll never be able to fly out to Transylvania. And not even for a layover. The thing, they still believe in vampires over there. And you know how you kill a vampire? Stake through the heart, decapitation. Guess what else that kills? Everything. Yeah, that is not a game tester. When I was a little kid, I wanted to be a rock star, and I remember asking my mom if I could get a guitar, and she told me, "I'll tell you what, I will buy you a guitar if you can show dedication to an instrument through school." Well, my school, all they had was band, right? So I ended up playing the baritone. Yeah, the baritone's a terrible thing to do to a child who wants to be a rock star, right? Because there are no cool baritone players to look up to. Like, I don't remember the Rolling Stones canceling their 76 tour because their player went to rehab. If you see a baritone player getting arrested, it's because he's urinating outside of VFW. That is the life of a baritone player. I used to get picked on a lot in school. I'm sure that's not surprising to anyone here. And I remember it got so bad once in high school, they called me down to the principal's office. And the principal's like, you know, the reason we brought you down here is because we know the other you up, and we know that because they're doing it in front of the faculty. Yeah, that was their red flag. And he said, we're because we think they're beating you up because you're gay. And I said, oh, they're not beating me up because I'm gay. They're beating me up because they think I'm gay. And he said, well, that's a relief. Like, I thought we had a hate crime on our hands. Turns out it's just boys will be boys crime. Yeah. I can't take that away from the football team. I remember I had a severe depression when I was 15 years old. They put me in a hospital, and when I was there, they said, you know, Trevor, we have to take your belt from you because we care about you and we don't want you to hurt yourself. We also have to take your shoelaces because we care about you. We don't want you to hurt. But the good news is you came in on Friday night, and Friday night here's movie night, and we're gonna watch Edward Scissorhands. A long night. I don't have any kids. My brother's got 3 kids, and it's really cool. And when they were really little, I used to read to them at night. And the book they liked to have read to them was called The Lemming Condition. I don't know if anyone here has read that book, but it's the story of a young little lemming that's traveling out west with his family. And at one point, this lemming gets a bad feeling and goes, hey, Dad, why are we traveling out west? And Dad goes, you know what, son, we're lemmings. That's just what we do. I'm not sure. So they continue on their journey. This lemming gets another bad feeling, decides not to follow everyone, and watches all of his friends and family walk off a cliff and drown. Oh. Yeah. Now, this is a kid's book, right? So it's supposed to teach you, it's supposed to teach you morals and values. And I was trying to think of what that would be for this particular story. And I was like, okay, well, I guess, you know, if you're a conformist, you will walk off a cliff and drown. But if you're a nonconformist, you will watch everyone you love walk off a cliff and drown. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yay! Woo!
Thank you, Trevor Gertensen. I love it. I love it. I love it. Trevor, I like when you talk about your high school experience because I think you look like the type of guy who made like a diverse group of friends in Saturday detention every week. The jocks, the press, it didn't matter. Everybody knew Trevor from Saturday detention. People keep entering the room while I'm trying to keep this moving along. It's so distracting. It's fine. Sorry, we'll go on. Man, I like that shirt too. Good job on the t-shirt. I've seen some great t-shirts here the last 2 weeks. Everybody bring your t-shirts that please me. That's what I want everybody to do. Go out there and do that. Oh, was there a nice comic? Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Our next comic, please welcome to the stage after I find them on this thing up here because there are a lot of people. Lauren Harsh.
Woo!
Hey, fuckos, what's up? I've been doing temp work for the census, and my favorite part of that is that we have to ask everyone who we talk to what their gender is. And now I look like this. And most of the other people I talk to when I'm going door to door, well, don't. So I can't help but think, oh, the tables have turned, motherfuckers. How does it feel when someone asks, so are you a boy or a girl? Yeah, it's frustrating, like, to still in 2020 hear people say stuff like, oh, I support Donald Trump because he's a man of God and he's got great family values. Because they might as well be saying that he's 7 feet tall, has an 8-pack, and has giant hands. But then I realized, you know what? I probably shouldn't judge so much because I've been in that mindset when I've had crushes on people. Like in high school when that cute boy from the community theater said that he's a Tea Party Republican, and I just just willed myself to forget that happened. In college, when I just refused to believe that hot French girl was straight. And as an adult, when I continued to view that British guy as a sexy intellectual just because he wore glasses and jackets with elbow patches, despite him regularly saying shit like, oh, people say that Chicago has such great public transit, but have they been to other countries? So yeah, they're just kind of so Trump supporters are just doing the same thing, except with a politician. Fun times. I have an extremely one-sided beef with l'Académie Française. Those are the people who make all of the rules for the French language. Because, you know, for the past 10 years that speaking French has been part of my life, I have wanted to fist fight the member of the Academy who came up with certain rules. And then they got into the COVID news back in March because they made a statement about the grammatical gender of COVID-19. They were like, it's feminine, and if you're using le for it, using masculine, then you are wrong and you need to stop immediately. I just want to know how that conversation went down. Like, did it start with some guy going, mes amis, la discussion of spelling reform must wait. It is imperative that we decide if the virus is a he or a she. Argument for he. Anything that is this efficient at killing must be a man. Argument for she. Mais mon ami, the virus has closed all the bars, cancelled the sports, and kept the husbands at home with the wives. Obviously, it is a woman. And then, like, in the Middle Ages, did they decide that bread was masculine? Because bread kind of looks like a dick, don't you think? All right, that's my time. I've been more and I hope I didn't hurt your vibe.
Yay!
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. I like that you were talking about French, and then somebody in the chat said, "Can somebody repost the language?" And I was like, I don't know what that sentence means, but it was French, and also here's the list. I assume it. We're gonna keep going, guys. The room keeps getting bigger. The comedians just keep getting stronger, and My voice keeps getting more and more like Pratique's for some reason as I talk without drinking any liquid.
Mark.
So let's keep going. Is he here? That sounded like him.
No, that was me.
Oh, okay. I'll do a Pratique night here, but in the meantime, welcome. Nice to meet you, Michael Harrison.
What? Nice. How you guys doing? How's all
Yeah.
these sexy ass comics doing? Good, I guess. Happy to be here. I just want to talk about my girlfriend on this set. So let's do this. I am in a relationship with a very beautiful girl. I know. Yeah. Not to brag if anyone here is seeing someone ugly. You know what I mean? I think she's a very quirky woman. On our first date, she told me when her ex broke up with her, she slashed his tires.
Ugh.
I know. I was like, I don't care. I take the bus. Right, that's a lot of tires to slash to get back at me. And she's also a black woman, which surprises a lot of people because they think I date white men. So that's nice. Because it is sort of true. Where I'm from is, I think interracial dating's new where I'm from. I had a buddy come up. He found out I was in a relationship. He's like, oh, what's her name? And I was like, oh, I'm dating Sirwa. And he immediately straightened his back and said, that's beautiful. Right? Like he fell into a racism test he didn't know he had to take in that moment. Have you ever seen that awkwardness where they're standing there like, oh shit, it's not Brittany or Jen. What do woke people say? Beautiful. Yeah, it's funny too, because now she's introducing me to all her friends and family. And one thing I know about black people is they're far more charming, right? I get why white people are trying to act like them, right? They're more charming, bigger personalities. I think I only met one boring black person, and she was a nurse. And we got into a conversation, and I kid you, I'm not lying. Midway through, I was like, adopted by white people? And she went, yeah, how'd you know? And I was like, I knew it. All right, I think I didn't set that one up well. All right. One thing that was great is my girlfriend made me go to a Black Lives Matter protest by myself. That I found to be hysterical. Right? She was always like, I've been working and I've lived it. I really think you need to do this yourself. So I went to it, and I live in Astoria, Queens, right? So it's a very heavily Greek area. And I kid you not, this Black Lives protest, there was 95% white people. 95% white people. It looked like the White Guilt March. That's what that very much looked like. I'm not lying. And it had the scrawniest white guy leading it. He was like, he got like one of these microphones, and he saw some cops, and he's like, fuck you pigs, you stupid ass pigs, you fucking pigs. And there was like like I said, it was like 5% black people, and they were looking at him like, oh, I want to be a script writer. This guy, he could have said pigs more. You know, throw in murdering psychos. Can we also call them that? One other thing I think about my girlfriend that's very, very quirky is she lets me get blowjobs from other women. She told me that. She's like, that is totally fine. The fine details is that is everything. She said, I can't have sex. I can't kiss them. I can't even touch them. So basically, I get to offer the most unfair transaction to females they've ever heard of. Right? I got to go up to a girl like, hey, do you want to do that one sexual thing you hate to do in exchange for a hearty handshake and a thank you? Right? Anyways, I got lit. You guys are amazing. Check out my sketch. Cheers. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Michael Harrison. Check out his sketch. I don't know how to share it on the stream, but it is youtube.com/watch.
Oh, sweet. Have you seen it?
V equals VJ0 or E6TWXO-6M and T equals 1S. So everybody watching on Facebook should be able to pause the stream, rewind it, write down by hand what I just said, and then go type it in your phone at a later time so it doesn't interrupt your viewing of this. Our next comedian coming down, I'm very excited to bring him up. I haven't seen him for a week or two. Please welcome Yashar Coffee.
Woo!
Thank you. Thank you very much. So how are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good.
My name is Yashar, and I am from Iran. Thanks for not running away. I'm an actor. I mostly audition for terrorist parts. Some of the auditions are very, very stupid. Not that we don't have any murderers, but they show us murdering people in dumb ways. And it's really offensive because we're not from Saudi Arabia, but that's a separate subject. So I told a friend that I'm tired of these terrorist auditions. He said, why don't you do why don't you do stand-up comedy? You can write your own jokes. So I've now been doing stand-up comedy, but unfortunately, most of my jokes are terrorist jokes. So I don't know how to run away from myself. Hey, Mark, if you want to get stupid people or unintelligent, bigoted Nazis, retarded people to not vote,
yeah,
you should make this statement fashionable that voting is the new mask. Don't be a lot of comics in Los Angeles, they go on Facebook and they write that they don't like these Zoom mics because they say like, man, I don't like this, just talking to my phone. I want to be on a real stage, try my joke with real people. The problem is I've seen most of them on real stages. And on a real stage, they suck. Suck. Time, suck balls. So it's not Zoom's fault that you're unfunny, you fucking piece of shit. Do a few more lines of coke and OD and make some more room for us to do tonight. Piece of shit, COVID deniers. I don't like middle-aged, overweight men who shave their heads and then they come and sit right in front of you at the restaurant and then they lean backwards and you see all the rolls and razor cuts. Sometimes it's bleeding. It reminds me of a penis after masturbation. It kills my appetite. I can't eat. One time I was at a fancy restaurant, this piece of shit who thought he's Jason Statham, he had shaven his head into a cock and he came and sat right in front of me and it was hot. He was sweating. He leaned backwards. I saw the penis and I wanted to stab the penis with a knife, but I couldn't because it's illegal. So I almost had a nervous breakdown, but you see, I read an article about did my picture go away? I guess so. Okay. Yes, Zoom is censoring me. Oh, here. I think I accidentally touched the stop video. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, did you give me the light? Okay, 1 minute. Got it. I read an article by some piece of shit hipster on a trust fund who had turned his head into a dick. And he said, courage comes in many forms. One of them is shaving your head. So I emailed him. I said, no, listen to me, bitch. That's not courage when you buy a clean, sterile razor in a first world country and you turn your head into a dick. Okay. Courage is killing Nazis in Normandy. You don't get HIV from that. Fuck you, don't lie. Okay, thanks so much. Bye.
Everybody know that I did not turn off his video. I was not censoring him. I was enjoying all of it. And I want to point out that, yeah, I went and I early voted this weekend and it was really quick. I went in and I went out real fast. You go in, you get your ID, and then it takes about 6 seconds for them to put the chip in your nose, and then you get to go vote. So painless. I got the vaccine chip. So everybody go and vote this week, next week. That's all I know. Our next comedian coming down. Really excited to introduce Gary Hughes.
Woohoo!
What's up? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I was on a real stage like Friday. What? On the sidewalk. I thought I didn't like hecklers. It's cool with hecklers. I don't like motorcycle gangs and fire trucks. Heckle the shit out of me. He just got to sit there with the crowd and just wait for these motherfuckers to patiently go by. It's that shit's bad, bro. It's bad. They were like, "How?" I recorded my set. It's like, "How'd your recording come out?" It's like, bro, terrible. Nobody can hear me. I couldn't hear shit. Birds and shit chirping in my shit. I couldn't hear nothing. Anyway, I'm just complaining, bro. Let me stop complaining. I recently got my COVID test. I got my results back. Kaiser, bro, they sent me a big ass paragraph. I was nervous as shit. All I see is this big ass paragraph, and I'm like, yo, where's the negative or positive shit at? And they was just, you got to read through it, and it was like, you don't have these sales, but you can get these sales still. So don't do this, don't do that. But I think this is my new thing. I think because I had chlamydia, I think chlamydia fights off COVID. And hear me out. I think it fights off COVID, and I was trying to spread it out to people, but nobody wanted it. And I was trying to, but nobody wanted to be part of the test subject. So it's just me being part of the test subject, and it's because I don't have COVID, the correlation is because of chlamydia. Right now, this is what I think it is right now. I did tell this about chlamydia jokes before. I have a new tag for it because I had like to tell 3 different people about it, and they all got tested and they were all negative. So I got real bitter, and I was like, "Oh, I'm the only one with the dirty genitals here, huh?" And that's what's happening right now. I got hella mad. I started thinking of all kind of crazy shit. I was like, "Man, James Bond, he be fucking all them crazy bitches. He ain't got no STI or nothing. He be fucking bitches all the time." James Bond, misery loves company, man. What was it? There's another stupid tag I had to that. Oh, fuck it, never mind. I forget that tag. I'm from Oakland. I knew Oakland was getting gentrified when I started getting pulled over on my bicycle a lot. I was like, "Oh, y'all really out here." They pulled me over one time. It was nighttime. They pulled me over. They put the flashlight in my eye. They was like, "Yo, pupils dilated." I was like, "Yeah, it's dark. This is what people do." I'm so sorry, officer. I had me begging for my life. I wish I could control my pupils and make it any size you want them. Please let me go, officer. I was like, "What?" Did I wake up in 1984? He was like, "You know, you ride on the wrong side of the sidewalk." I was like, "The wrong side of the sidewalk? What kind of shit is?" I ain't never heard nothing like. I don't know. Anyway, I never heard anything like that. I did have Zoom sex with this one chick. I had Zoom sex with her, and then later on, she started acting hella irrational and crazy towards me. And I was like, I didn't know this Zoom dick was that good, girl. She really hooked on this shit, boy. I hit it and quit it, boy. Get out of here, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I did my taxes electronically and I hit it electronically. That was very fun. Let's see. Human beings, they really thought human beings were, this is something stupid. They thought, anyway, I'm gonna skip that. I hate, I went to brunch and somebody was out there and he did that annoying ass yawn. You know, them yawns, they be like, sounding like dinosaurs. Like, I was like, yo, calm your ass down, bro. Anyway, thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. I'm Gary Hughes.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Gary Hughes. Thank you, Gary. Good seeing you. I don't know. Were you riding on the sidewalk or were you like? I just have a like. Were you riding?
Yeah, that's what the show was. It was like literally in front of this bar on the sidewalk.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Here your only hecklers are your housemates. So get a good audience around you here. You don't have to worry about biker gangs. And God, I don't even know what would. I mean, that doesn't sound too bad. I think Chicago probably has some interesting. I mean, I hear I live by the fire station, and that's all it is fire station. So I should start a mic across the street from the fire station. I think will go really good. It'll bail everybody out. Like every 2 minutes, there's a reason to like just be like, then you didn't hear the punchline. Okay, our next comedian, her and I hosted a mic last night. It was really good. It was a really good mic, slammed full of comics, had a blast. Please welcome Laura Hogg.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. There are a lot of options to have sex virtually now. I'm in a long distance relationship and which I don't mind. It's mixing it up for me because normally I prefer emotional distance. So hopefully soon I'll be getting the best of both worlds. But yeah, we have had Skype sex. That was interesting for me. I don't mind it until I just was the first time that his side of the camera went out and it was just me there mid-performance. It looks like I was abusing a baby animal from an inspirational poster. I was just hanging in there, But it's you can have I have Skype sex. You don't have to be in a long distance relationship. You don't even have to be in a different room to have Skype sex with someone. You just have to have a strong Wi-Fi connection with someone. That's what that deserved. But I'll tell you, the Skype sex is a lot less awkward than the phone sex we used to have, mainly because I always had to get my phone in the rice right afterwards. So I'm not due for an upgrade. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so yeah. I've been. Thank you. Oh no, I don't. Okay. I've been trying to stay healthy. Trying to take care of my mental, emotional, and physical health. Although sometimes I look around and I'm like, why am I trying to prolong my life? This is kind of a shitty world. But I've been recently practicing positive affirmations. You guys can use this. So sometimes when I feel I just got a promotion at work, which I know I'm fortunate to have compared to some people, but when I feel insecure, I start tearing myself down, how I look, my job performance. So a friend of mine said, just do this positive affirmation. Even though I don't like, blank, I still like myself. So you fill in the blank, even though I don't like blank, I still like myself. And so before work this week, I did it every day, even though I don't like my useless fucking coworkers. I still like myself. So, and it really helped. It doesn't help as much. Don't do it out loud in the office though. That would be my suggestion. Do it at home, but at least on the train. Okay. I see a therapist. I don't know about any. Thank you. I've been seeing a therapist for a while. I, went through some depression, like a lot of you, like a lot of people whose job it is to make other people happy. The thing about that is I went in to talk about specific issues, and right away she's like, well, tell me about your family. Tell me about your parents. And I'm like, I wouldn't say I had parents, more like roommates, one of whom gave birth to me. My parents weren't abusive. They just didn't pay a lot of attention to me until like I got sick with chronic teen pregnancy. And then they really stepped up. All right, this is sometimes where the act just gets sad, but I'll leave you with this. My therapist told me, she said, I think that you're really funny. And sometimes in our appointments, I have to restrain myself from laughing. And I'm like, really? I'm always in here crying because I thought I was bombing. All right, thanks so much.
Hey, Laura. Or did you say this is normally when it gets sad because that's like the last 10 minutes of a set? Or like I couldn't figure out.
No, it's just sometimes that joke about my parents. I just had a conversation with a comic about try not to make the audience worry that you're going to kill yourself. Even if you are, don't let them know. That's the secret, right? Like you want to go out on a good set. So,
all right. No, that was good. Yeah, I think the rice bit had everybody going good. And then after that, I swear I heard like a dog bark and like a dinosaur squeal. There was some strange noises, but you powered through that. I don't know what was going on within the back.
That's all right. That joke is really popular with animals as well.
It was I don't know where it came from. Our next comedian, I don't know where he comes from either. Please welcome Calamurillo.
Woohoo!
Thanks. I don't know. I was trying to think of how to start before. I don't know. So some guy told me recently that what you want to do is you want to start with a joke that you know works, so you get them on your side, and then you can like go off on the rest. And I was like, okay, but what happens if you don't have one of those? What do I do? For I don't know. he had nothing for me there. The stores near me. I don't know if they've been doing this the whole time or I just noticed it, but they got signs up that now say no masks, no shirt, no shoes, no service. And I guess they got to put those up because, I don't know, maybe people are walking in there like, why don't you serve me, man? I got a mask on. He's like, yeah, but sir, that's all you have on right now. I can't serve you like this. Plus, it's not on your face. It's on your, well, no, don't remove it from there. You can keep that there. That's fine. I can do this because they're not in, but I pissed my roommates off recently. I've been to a new place. I pissed them off because I've been cooking really late, and it's been keeping them awake apparently. And so they've been, had a word with me. But I was like, you know what? At 4 a.m, there is really nowhere open. And plus, who doesn't love singing while they cook? You got a show tune or two while you cook some food. But I don't know. I know how to cook now. When I remembered I had one cooking lesson in school, and I misread a recipe. I was trying to make banana bread. This is the story, and I misread the recipe. I guess I misunderstood it. Do you guys know that thing where it'll say, if with baking, if you put a knife in and it comes out clean, then the dish is good. I thought that meant you put a knife in the uncooked dough and then it somehow like rises to the top and it comes out clean. That's not what it means. That's not what happens. What happens is you cook some banana bread with a nice little surprise in it for you. And my teacher thought that I had a dad in jail and that I was trying to smuggle him in some stolen goods. That's what happened there. All right. I don't know. Yeah, you guys ever tried Duolingo? I tried Duolingo to learn a language a couple of years ago, and it didn't work out. But I got an email from them recently that said it was an advertisement, and it said that Duolingo is equal to 4 semesters of college. And I thought, hey, that's finally some like truth in advertising there. I'm tired of being lied to, because like with 4 semesters of college, with neither Duolingo or 4 semesters of college do you learn anything. So there you go. There's some truth there for you. And now neither of them will stop sending me emails. So they're the same thing. Okay. I don't know. He also said to end your sets with something that works. And I was like, you got to stop telling me to do stuff that I know. I don't know how. I don't know what you're talking about. That's my time. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Callum Murillo. We're going to keep rolling, guys. We're doing good. Good job, guys. I don't see our next comedian that's
here. John McCombs.
You're under John McCombs?
I used his Zoom to host a mic earlier, so
stealing people's laptops.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he is here, and he did respond, and that's great. And then it's not John McCombs himself. This is actually Andrew Shanklin. Don't believe the name down there.
Yes, it's me, not John. Hello everyone. Here's a joke for you. My college girlfriend cheated on me. That was wild. What was wild about it is that she had a lot of stuffed animals. She's a very innocent person with a lot of stuffed animals. So it was shocking, like I came over, she told me, I looked up at this big shelf full of stuffed animals and I go, and you made them watch? Freak. What's weirder is she would kind of act like the stuffed animals were like our kids, like she like pretend like that. I was like, what if like when we broke up, I just took them with me, It's like me walking down the streets of this college campus, my arms are full of plushes, I'm weeping, and everyone's like, oh, I guess the bank told him he couldn't use them as collateral to refinance his student loans, What a conversation that would be. They're like, we don't think they don't have value. They just don't fit in a safe deposit box. And I'm like, well, then what the fuck are you using the vault for, Cool. I can't imagine anything worse than like, being alive in the 90s and the 2000s and like dating a Cubs fan and then having them cheat on you, like what is that? Like you're like, oh, you could root for someone who hasn't won for 100 years, but you couldn't give this a chance, right? All right. I think it's really funny that athletes will like chalk up being bad to like a curse or like things like that, because like that just shows you like these are attractive, fit men who like can't reckon with failure. It's like they have like one bad day and they're like, it must be witchcraft. Okay. All right. Good. We love that. I've been riding my bike around. I live in Chicago. I've been riding my bike everywhere lately, which is fun, except I look like a big old dork when I ride my bike. I've got a big blue helmet and a giant square backpack, and I pedal so fast. And I was like, I bet everyone that's looking at me is like, oh, he must be trying to make it to school before they decide to beat someone else up, I was like, oh, this is the one time people pay attention to me. I can't lose it, All right. I don't have sex. People do. I don't know how people don't get bored of having sex. Like it's been the same thing for thousands of years, like at least like with video games, every 5 or 6 years, they come out with like a new console, right? It's like sex, same all the time. No one's ever like, man, it'd be nice if we had 2 dicks on the next version of this, right? We hate it. Fine. Okay. Nope. It's just looking at things that I could say. I'm a very defensive person, but I also like to argue, which is weird. So like basically what that means is I just start all my sentences with "in my defense" and let the record show, And the people I'm around, they're like, oh, you can just like Chili's. That's allowed. You don't need to build a case. Okay. Well, I don't really like that one, but I'm glad you did. I see the light. Thank you. I was in the Boy Scouts. That's fun. The Boy Scouts. I would go to Boy Scouts is interesting because they let you do pretty much whatever you want. They're like, you can shoot guns, you can light fires, you can sail boats on one condition, and that is that you wear as much beige as possible. Like somehow like that protects you. Cool. I'm embarrassed to say that. People say I hate it when people go, oh, is that a gun in your pocket or are you just happy to see me? It's like, hey, last time I checked, this was America. I can do both. Okay. On that, I'm done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrew Shanklin. I think the one thing that keeps us wanting more is knowing what was too embarrassing for you to want to say.
I know.
Here's your entire set, and then like, oh no, that crosses the line for how I feel about myself.
Yeah.
Oh dear God, this guy's just realizing this is good. Nice comedian. He's been waiting patiently. Please welcome the talented Kurt Seablom.
Woohoo!
Hey guys. So I just want to share with you guys something I'm not very proud of, but I love antique shopping. Okay, I know I don't look like a middle-aged woman. I am a middle-aged man, but I love it. I'm so addicted to it. You might call me an tweaker. But I just love old things, and I love antique shops too because it's like the fountain of youth for me. It's like I go into an antique store. I'm not middle-aged anymore. Now I'm a strapping young man. I'm the youngest guy there. It's awesome. Old ladies will say to me how young I am and how strong I am. Pinch my arms.
Yeah.
Ask me to carry their antiques to the car for them. I mean, it's just nice to be wanted again. It's and the thing I like about antiques too is like the furniture then it was really made with care. I mean, for $20 you could get a really cool coffee table that wooden inlays, carved feet. This thing probably saw Jackie Robinson play baseball, or the moon landing. You spend $20 in IKEA or Target, you have a coffee table that saw you struggle with an Allen wrench. and that's another thing too, right? Like, why? Since when did the screwdriver loose the Allen wrench? I mean, nothing is. Were people too confused? It's like, is it a slash or is it a cross? You know, now everything's Allen, and that Allen wrench is the only friggin' thing that will remain of your coffee table 20 years from now. You know, well, your IKEA one, that is. That begs the question: why don't they just make furniture out of Allen wrenches? Those things last forever. You know, I don't know. You know, the other thing too is like in the old days when you got furniture, you know, it was cool. You when you got a table, it was assembled. It was already a table. You didn't get parts. You know, that sucks because like they never would have done that before. Like you wouldn't open up a box in the early 1900s and be like, okay, take box plane and birch branch. You know, like, well, got to finish this before polio. You know, it was. I don't know. I think that stuff is so cool. But you know, everything antique, it's like it's all used, obviously, right? It's all someone else's. I think it would be kind of embarrassing if you walk out like with an awesome lamp, right? Previous owner walks by some old man, he's like, nice lamp you got there. Like, yeah, it's $10, pretty nice, huh? Like, I had it in its best years. What man would want it now? You know? I mean, that'll be. We're still talking about the lamp, right? It's like, yeah, an old thing. It's all gray. Bro, it can't even turn on anymore. Like, just run some wire. It'll be fine. Dirty birdie, sick son of a bitch. It's a lamp, right? We're still talking about lamp. I don't know. Anyway, it's just, you know, and my ex-wife used to call me grandma, not because of the antiques, but I also really love the precious moments ceramics. The ones from Lord of the Rings where it's all Gollum, just like those precious moments. Anyways, you guys, I'm Kurt. You guys are awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Kurt. See, I hadn't seen a bit. Didn't know we were both manteekers, man. Did not. I should have known because we're both wearing these Hawaiian shirts.
The uniform.
That's
Hawaiian shirt buddies.
That is manteeking uniform. That really is. He was wearing that. I was like, oh, that guy knows some flea markets. Our next comedian, please welcome Douglas Swindersky.
Woohoo!
Thank you. What's worse than a guy that's in his car by himself? Or I'm sorry, all right, hold on. I can restart it. What's worse than a guy that's in his car by himself wearing a mask? A guy that's in his car by himself wearing a mask doing a virtual open mic. Have you ever attempted to recreate the York peppermint patty ski jump commercial by getting on top of your coffee table and then doing that ski jump pose to get that York sensation? Well, I have. But I did not get that York sensation. Basically, I lost my balance. I fell off my coffee table, and I got the "I'm not doing that shit again" sensation set. Have you ever been in a shower with a woman or a guy? It's fine. It can be a guy in the situation, or it can be a woman and a guy. You know, if you're in the shower with three people, if you're in a really big shower. Anyway, did you happen to in the shower? Did you happen to slip and then to break your fall, instead of grabbing onto her waist or his waist or her and his waist or whatever the situation may be? So did you happen to not do that? And did you happen to grab the shower curtain rod instead because your head was way up your ass? And then did you happen to fall out of the shower with the shower curtain rod and the curtain? And then did you happen to hit your head on the corner sink? And then did you happen to end up basically like landing on the floor on your back with the shower curtain rod and the shower curtain on top of you with your head bleeding and the girl laughing at you? Well, I have. But and did the girl's friend's parents happen to get home like 2 minutes later while she was attending the wound on your head? Everything, unfortunately, everything in the story is true. And I'll have to say, like, right after that happened, I was like, holy shit, that's like right out of a Ben Stiller movie or something. Like, what the hell? Like, that is crazy that happened to me. But the worst part of the story is not all that stuff. It's the fact that I didn't get laid. Because have you ever been out shopping and then did you happen to hear a little girl say to her mom, "Mommy, where are we going next?" And then did you happen to hear the mom say, "Dick's, honey, we're going to Dick's." And then a minute or two later, did you walk up to them and did you happen to say to the little girl, "Your mom really loves Dick's, doesn't she?" Well, I didn't have the balls to say that. Or maybe, maybe the stupidity too. We throw it into that category. But I'm definitely not sure, this video to my mom. All right, that's it for me. Thank you.
Woohoo! Swindersky, thank you. Always like hearing his tales. He's always got stories. That guy. Our next comedian coming down. He's been waiting patiently. He usually rocks out. Whoa. I don't know where that's coming from. He usually rocks out
The
during
canyon.
It was coming from the canyon. That we got an echo right behind all these bunk beds right outside that window. You'll hear an echo that's not a technical thing, that is an actual physical thing. Our next comedian, welcome, Ian Ryland Smith.
Woohoo!
I'm going to start saying that I'm from Iowa because where I'm actually from is worse. So we can't do crime anymore. That kind of sucks. That's my whole life. Now that the Supreme Court is ruthless, don't laugh at that. It was I'm upset about it. And on top of that, the NASDAQ is in retrograde, so astrology for men. So I work at a music store, and we get some interesting characters. Got a guy in the other day. He just comes in and he's like, "I'm looking for music stuff." Great. That's all we got. And then I also live in South Dakota, which isn't a lie. That's the place that's worse than Iowa. South Dakota, we had this lady come in. She was this mother, and she was getting an instrument for her one child that was going, but she decided to bring all her children with her. All of them, all 5 other children. But I wasn't as mad about it because she was really hot. The hot moms have the most kids. We don't have condoms in South Dakota. We just got sicko mode over here. Like it's bad. Sicko mode. I don't remember how that song goes. It just came out. I listened to it for the first time today, actually. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl in that one year that it came out. So I found Jesus the other day. He's right here. Turns out the Mormons had him this whole time. Who would have thought? I knew it wasn't the evangelicals, because the evangelicals, they're not Christians. See, Christians tend to worship Jesus, and these guys worship Donald Trump. God, I hate them so much. But they're the only healthcare I can afford. I can only afford the T-Vangelivist guy. Chronic skin rash. Ow! I blow the wind of God into you. I'm sure it's no surprise to you guys. I still have chronic skin rash. I don't know. Let's see, what else do I want to talk about? Oh, it's impossible to live in this country because you need to have money, and no one has money except for like Elon Musk or something, and he's not even from here. I guess that's all she wrote. I'm Ian Ryland Smith, and may God have mercy on all our souls.
Woo!
Thank you, Ian. Praise the Lord. Put your power of prayer together for Ian's help, his medical care. I mean, all his ailments are cured through the power of this open mic and our.
Yes.
You gotta believe, though. If you guys don't believe, if you don't believe that we could be funny tonight, then he's not gonna. He's gonna get very sick. Sorry, that's the way it goes. So please believe in our next comedian like I do. Alex Avery.
Hey, hey, hi. Got a lot. I just got lead jokes. I'm gonna try to cram it into like I want. So whatever I think I use. But when you're a plastic surgeon, it's okay to be terrible with names, but not faces. You know. But you also don't want a doctor who's good with faces, bad with names. He's like, oh wait, are you Phil Johnson? Well, you look like him now. However, when I meet someone who says they're good with names and faces, I'm like, you should be a plastic surgeon. That sounds good. They say you should dress for the job you want, and I am dressed like a comedian with a day job. Some jobs are better for your dreams, I think. Like you want to be a mime, work in a library. Now we have audiobooks, kind of defeats the purpose of movies and books. Crime, I don't know. I do think being a stand-up comedian, it's interesting, you know, because I have day jobs where I'm trying to work out my stuff, trying to figure my thing out, and it just makes me wonder, like, who else is an amateur something that has a job that, like, you know, contributes to their career? Like, what if you were in crime scene cleanup, but also an amateur magician, you know? Like an aspiring magician who works in crime scene cleanup. He's picking up body parts like, check it out, sleight of hand. What's that behind your ear? Another ear. And he's like looking around the crime scene like, oh, and I thought I knew how to cut a woman in half. This guy's doing families. You know, the autopsy people are getting fed up with him. Like, I opened up this guy's rectum and doves flew out. Fucking Phil. I don't know. That's all I really wanted to do. If you guys have any feedback, ideas, I'd appreciate to hear it. I know, what was that, like probably minute, 2 minutes, 30 seconds?
Yeah, it was 2 minutes, 15 seconds.
Mark?
Yeah, can you hear me?
All right. Yeah, do you get, I don't know. If you have feedback, tell me. I think that's all I really want to do tonight. Unless you guys want to hear what, I do have one more joke in the chamber that I'd want to do.
Do it.
If that's cool with everybody. Everybody's been so like concerned with, I think it's good. It's really cool in society how we've been so focused on gender right now, you know, trying to get the right people's pronouns correct, you know, and like you can't say fireman or firewoman. You're supposed to say firefighter, or you don't want to say salesman or saleswoman. You just want to call them annoying. But I do think one that we definitely need to change, mailman. I think we need to do away with that. One, because it sounds redundant, but also male woman sounds like something you want to tell your grandmother not to say. You're like, she's like, oh, look, it's the mail lady. You're like, no, grandma, she's transitioning to postal worker. All right. That's all I want.
Yeah. Thank you, Alex.
Woohoo!
Cool. My only feedback was you were breaking up. You were breaking up a lot, and then it was doing that thing where we could see you, but then like it would stop. You're like your mouth would move, and then your voice would speed up really quick, and then we would laugh through. Doing that weird thing. I think I looked and you had a bunch of red bars.
World we live in right now.
Bottom left corner red bars. I don't know. Maybe plug in. Plug in. We're still talking over each other. Writing wise, no advice. All tech advice at this point. We're all just doing tech runs here tonight, guys. Please welcome our next comedian, local guy. You got a cat. You got a cat today, Michael Cooper.
Yeah, I did. We got a cat. Holy shit! There's a lion enjoying my set. Maybe enjoying my set. I don't know. He might not enjoy my set. I got a different type of cat though. Not a lion. Not allowed to do that again. Apparently, he was threatening to the wealthy neighbors. I didn't live in a rich neighborhood. I told the cop I lived there. I was using the lion to break into someone's house. It was a cool day. Listen, I'm a year sober, but I think it might be the wrong year. Like, it's bad when your AA friends are like, Michael, what's your favorite part of sobriety right now? And all I can say is, the first 3 days of withdrawals. Those were really great. I dug those, but that was about it. Listen. If you're still going to the gym during the pandemic, you have to stop trying to convince me that that's about your health. It's very obviously about some shit your dad said to you in the mid-90s. Okay? Like, come on. Oh, but there's mental health too. It decreases my anxiety. Well, yeah, there's a physiological response to exercising wherein your anxiety might decrease. That is true. However, have you tried anything along the lines of smoking a pack a day and getting into fights on Facebook? Haven't done that yet, because that's what works for me. I got anxiety. My brain always feels like I'm scrolling through Facebook too fast, Michael, why do you want to get in fights on the internet? Well, where else am I supposed to do it? The bars are closed. Look, if you're poor like me, like as an identity, like right now I have a good job, but I still am poor. I grew up poor. I stayed poor. Just because I got health care once doesn't mean that I'm not still poor. If you're poor, don't fuck rich people. Don't. I mean, okay, you can fuck them, but don't make them come. Don't. In fact, definitely fuck them, but definitely don't make them come. If you get to retire before the age of 70, you don't get to come more than except by yourself in your 30s. Fuck you. I worked 70, 80 hours a week for years, and you get to come for nothing? And you should also disclose. You should tell us if you're rich before we make you come. Because I made someone come, and then I found out they were rich, and it was terrible. Okay? We sit out in their living room, we turn on the TV to watch some Netflix, and when the Netflix pops up, it's just her name. Like, I'm sorry, you don't have somebody making profiles on your Netflix going, hey, who the fuck are you? Get the fuck off of my Netflix. No, no, I'm not going to make you come. I hate when I go fishing and I catch everything but my father's love. Hey, that's my class. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Michael. He is definitely, out there doing it for poor people and underprivileged, and that's why he's giving hand jobs behind the dumpster. Just running around, just hand jobs for homeless people. You're not rich, are you? No. Okay, get over here. All right. Are you coming down? Looks like you might be outside. I love it. I love having outside performers. Please welcome Mar McFly.
Woo!
Hey, what's up, guy? How's everybody doing, man?
Good.
Somebody asked me the other day because I saw my profile. They're like, "Oh, you started doing stand-up?" And I was like, "Yeah." As a Mexican, I'm looking for creative ways to steal jobs. So I figured stand-up would be a good one to try. Anyone ever hook up with somebody so egregious that people start telling you should talk to somebody about it? So I guess I'm talking to you guys about it now. Yeah, I hooked up with this one chick and I was 13. She was 19.
Ugh.
And it turns out I was molested. If it makes anything better, I told her I was 15. Yeah, seriously. I thought I had come up, I was having a good time, but it turns out she came down to the schoolyard and picked me up. So there's that. Truthfully, I've never recovered from it. I'm finding it's really hard to get on these girls' radars these days. Like, the only thing I had going for me is that I was kind of funny. Been doing stand-up for a week, turns out not that funny. Like I'm not handsome, I'm not fit, I'm not really a nice guy. So I can see why I'm still single, man. It's hard out here. It turns out not just for the pimps, it's hard out here for the non-pimps like myself. Yeah, I've been single so long that my social media posts are like, I get all the love I need from my dog. That's when you know that person's really struggling, when they start like, oh, me and my baby enjoying ice cream, or date night, me and my puppy. Yeah. Yeah, I just recently got my first pet, which is my my dog that I'm talking about, and he's a French bulldog. And like, if you look at me, I'm like 6 foot. I'm not gonna mention my weight, undisclosed. Earrings, tattoos, so I look like kind of like intimidating, right? Like, I'm a big burly dude, and people ask me, "What's up with the French bulldog? Why'd you go with that breed?" And I'm like, "Well, if I got a pit bull, people think I'm overcompensating for something." I like to tell people, undersell, over deliver, which is why I drive a Mini Cooper. Yeah, man. Like people ask me, when you walk around, you don't feel weird about having a small dog. You don't get weird looks. I'm like, the only weird looks I get are from like these white women who are just like, "Oh, he's so cute," blah blah blah, and I'm just like, can you step back? Can we do this over Zoom? I'm not feeling comfortable right now. Yeah. Also, man, like, what's up with? Okay, so I described myself big burly, right? But for some reason, when it comes to these white chicks, they think I'm cute and cuddly, and I'm like, what is it with you ladies that like dangerous shit, like skydiving, bungee jumping, cocaine? It's like, you guys are really living on the edge right now. I don't get it. I don't. Pit bulls. A lot of white women and pit bulls these days. I'm like, it's a turn off. Because he can obviously take care of you better than I can. That's my closer, guys. I don't know if I'm past my time. Thank you so much. It's always a blast out here.
Thank you, Marvin. I know you were under. You were good. All good. Thanks for coming back. We're going to keep going. We got 2 more comics, and whoever's around can do the fastest minute, because I still see some people hanging around. In the meantime, please welcome Gregory Matthews.
Woo!
All right, Mark, I've got a timer on, because I apparently, these are 4-minute things.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is actually my second open mic ever. I did my first open mic last week, and it's been a full 7 days, and Netflix hasn't even called me yet. Jesus Christ, how long does this shit take? Where's my special? So anyway, there's a lot of conspiracies out there, and like with QAnon lately, there's like global warming is spread by the enemies of big oil, and big pharma lies about vaccines so they can make profits. But then there's this flat earth conspiracy theory, and it makes no sense. It's so easy to disprove. And also, who would be benefiting from this? Big globe companies? Is there some sort of big globe lobby? Like maps weren't profitable enough? Was there some big marketing meeting 500 years ago at a failing map company, and a medieval John Hamm type character was like, the earth might be flat, but your profits don't have to be. And the globe myth was born? And this big global cabal, then they financed Columbus to sail across the Atlantic to convince the world that the world was a globe. He wasn't actually interested in exploring, and the genocide was just incidental. He just wanted to sell more globes. He was getting all these kickbacks. And today, Hammacher Schlemmer sells a $14,000 globe. It's all handmade and handcrafted. Can't sell that shit if people know the truth. So you got to keep the lie going. Follow the money, sheeple. Also of note, Hammacher Schlemmer offered me $10 off my next purchase over $99 when I looked up this globe for this bit. So now I own a $14,000 globe, but I got it for $13,990. So joke's on them. All right. So I want to take you back to January 2019. I'm laying in bed with my wife, and she casually mentions to me how ridiculous it is that someone got suspended from Facebook for posting the phrase "men are trash." Apparently, Facebook considered this to be hate speech. And I was like, no way, that's not true. There's no way that could possibly be true. So I tried it. I posted, "men are trash." And sure enough, 15 minutes later, I got a warning from Facebook for hate speech. So this got me curious about what you could call men and get away with. I was obsessed with this for like a month. Like I was losing time at work, posting stuff on Facebook, trying to figure out what I could and could not get away with according to Facebook's moderators. So I'm sure you're thinking about this, but I've done it for you. So I want to give you a list of things that you can and can't say on Facebook. So here are some things that you can call men on Facebook that are not hate speech. You can actually say this about men. You can say men are refuse. Men are non-recyclable waste product. Men are tiny, adorable piles of the cutest trash you've ever seen. You can also call them ugly sacks of mostly water. Some other things you can say about men are los hombres son basura. If you say it in Spanish, it's okay. You can also say if something is not trash, that means it is not a man. You can use contrapositives. It's logic. You can also say the top half of centaurs are trash. And flowcharts are also okay. Like, are you a man? Question mark. If yes, then you are trash. That gets by the moderators. And you can change your middle name to Men Are Trash, which is why I've been Greg Men Are Trash Matthews for the last 2 years on Facebook, and they're totally okay with it. Here are some things you can't call men on Facebook. You can't call them trash, pigs, dogs, dirty dogs, trash pigs, or trash dogs. You also can't say 1% of men are trash. You can't say men are equal to trash. You also can't say trash men are trash, which is kind of bizarre. You can't say trash men are men. They are also trash. And finally, you cannot say that men are guinea pigs, but this doesn't violate hate speech. This violates community standards on sexuality and nudity. I guess that was when Richard Gere was guest moderating. And finally, I want to apologize. I work at Loyola University Chicago, and their slogan is "Go forth and set the world on fire." And so, on behalf of Loyola, I'd like to apologize to the entire West Coast for not doing a better job teaching our students about metaphors. Thank you. I'm Greg Matthews. Have a good night.
Yeah. Thank you, Greg Matthews. Thank you. It was good to learn all those things, and I'm going to go post on Facebook right now and confirm. Oh, God. Our next comedian, I'm really excited. He has the George Costanza pose from Seinfeld, if you know what I'm talking about. Kevin Kello.
What's up, everybody? This is the sexiest set you're going to see all night. Woo, that's a free show. You have to pay for private if you're going to go into a private room.
Drop the OnlyFans.
You can't afford it, Mar. You can't afford it. So how's everyone doing? I'm doing all right. Quarantine has been weird. I found out some weird things about my body that I don't like. I'm in my late 30s. I think I blew out my back the other day because I farted so hard it cracked my back. All right. That's not something your body is supposed to do. All right. Your spine is not supposed to tell you what you're not supposed to put in your stomach. All right. I shouldn't have better posture because I ate a lot of Taco Bell the day before. Like, it shouldn't happen that way. But it happened. Another thing I've learned is I don't like my head. I don't like my head, my physical head. Not like I have a bad opinion of myself or I have a bad ego. Like, I physically have too much head on my shoulders. My head has its own ass. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It's hard to see back there. I got to ask someone to take a long walk and behind my head and tell me what it looks like. But I'm pretty sure my head has its own ass. I don't like it. It's like I don't feel like I don't wear hats. I wear like tarps with large logos on them. That's what it feels like. It's way too big. I'm not a fan of it. Another thing that people are not a fan of is the police right now. I understand it. It's fine. They get it. They get it. And it's weird for me because I'm from a family where I always thought my oldest brother, Bob, is a 20-year veteran in the Chicago Police Department. I used to say that and people would clap. They would just clap. Now there's awkward, aggressive silence. People like stop talking like they're just trying to see if they have drugs on them still when I say it. Like, does he have a wire on? I want to know. And so that's where I'm at, but it's all right. I know my brother's better than me. He's so much better than me. Like, it's not even funny. He ran into a burning building and saved a family of 7 people. He's such a good cop. He's doing a firefighter's job at the same time. I can't compete with that. There's nothing I can do. He has a lifesaver award. And on the award, it says his badge number and then his name. And I read it, it just says, Mom loves him more. That's all it says. There's nothing I can do to compete with that whatsoever. Mark, thank you so much. This has been fantastic. I'm going to go back to my OnlyFans chat. Remember, you guys want to go private, you're going to have to pay for it. All right. Just a little bit of the tease. A little bit of the tease. There you go. That one's for free. I don't want to get you kicked off Facebook. All right. But sex sells, Mark, and we got to get him into the fun simulation. All right.
Please do not report that. He did not show nipple. He did not show nipple. Can't say men are trash.
Is male nipple? Are we allowed to do male nipple? Is that the double standard?
I don't know, man. I don't. We'll find out.
All right, let's get some pepperonis out there, boys. Let's see them.
This minute is coming up. We can all nipple. That's all it is. No, we're gonna get it started. Who's still here? Oh my God, is Bontrager still here?
I'm still here.
Shit, I don't see his face, but I know he's somewhere behind the
still here.
I'm gonna do a minute. I'm gonna time you a minute. I'm not gonna give you any warning. I'm just gonna bounce to the next person on the list. So it's gonna come at you pretty hot. Don't be snoozing. Please welcome Bontrager. Go.
Well, I'm very upset. I'm very upset that the Professor Oak makes me pay for all my research that's going for the Pokedex, but Pokemon get free health care and free homes. I say Pokeball for the homeless. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah. Get it down, Alicia Rayne. Go.
Somebody got mad at me because I told them that NPR was boring. And it's just like, listen, those movies that you watched in high school during driver's ed class where it's like blood on the highway. Like, what they don't tell you is that the person whose blood it is was listening to NPR and fell asleep while driving. So boredom kills. That's all I'm saying. NPR, high energy. Get more energy. That's it, guys.
Go.
You know, when I was a kid, we used to look at dirty magazines. Most of them were, like Playboy. And the one thing that I always hated was how much accessories the women had on. It's like, oh, I always put my lace fedora on and my fingerless gloves and my bow tie, and then I put my bra and panties on. A load of bullshit. That's all I have. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, who's next? Kurt Seablom. Go.
So I just finished reading The Catcher in the Rye, and for the first third of the book, I had no idea what it was about. And everyone who saw that I was reading it was like, "Oh, Catcher in the Rye, I read that." I was like, "What's it about?" I don't know. I had to read it in high school, which made me wonder, did I read it in high school? I don't remember. That's all I got.
Douglas's iPhone. Douglas Swindersky. Go.
I'm Stanley. I was named after the Stanley tape measure. And at my first job, a guy asked me to go grab a bucket of steam. So I went and I looked for that bucket of steam, but I could not find that bucket of steam. So then I went and I asked another guy to help me find a bucket of steam, and he laughed very loudly at me. I believe that there's a woman out there for me, and I believe similar to me. I believe she probably has a name like Regina, named after Regina Carpet Cleaner. And I believe we'll probably get married. We'll probably have a daughter. We'll probably name our daughter Cricket, named after Cricket cell phones. And Cricket will probably grow up to be a stripper.
Walks off camera.
Ryan Smith.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Is it too late to choose not to be? That's the real question. That's all I got.
Thank you. Mark McFly, go.
Hey guys, with the whole BLM and the Black Lives Matter movement, it's really hard to be an ally when every other post I see on social media is black men don't cheat. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, why are you throwing us under the bus? We're trying to be supportive over here, right? But speaking of open relationships, it turns out my parents were in an open relationship. Well, my dad was. Me and my mom were surprised when we found out. Thanks, guys. That's my minute.
Yeah. Go.
Me, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Greg.
You know what I've been thinking about a lot lately is guys with secret second families and how they're managing during the quarantine. I mean, has anyone checked in on these people? No. Do you feel bad for them?
That's smart.
Do you know how hard it is to have a second secret family today, even without the quarantine? The internet makes it basically impossible to pull this off. I mean, you post the wrong picture of yourself on Facebook at a water park, and you've grounded into the double play of life. That's all I have.
Go.
Greg, they're called Zoom families. I have a Zoom family in Canada. Quarantine. Everyone's trying to be healthier. I found myself going on walks, and I have the app that tells me I did 10,000 steps. Oh wow, 10,000 steps. But I'm always doing this to go to a fast food place I haven't been. I will walk an hour and a half now to a Chipotle. 6 months ago, that would be sad. Now it's productive. All right. But I'm doing 10,000 steps to go eat awful meals. If I take 10,000 steps, what's that phrase? 2 steps forward, one step back. I'm taking 15,000 steps and going 40,000 calories backwards. Go.
No, Kevin, I got one of those Fitbit things, and it yesterday I walked up 2 flights of stairs and then took a shower, and it thought I did like 15 minutes of cardio. It was like,
did you bring the phone with you in the shower the whole time? What are you doing?
I wore my Fitbit in the shower, and it literally thought, just because my heart rate went up from the staircase climb, that big old hot water does raise your blood pressure and heart rate, and it just thought,
I just have the step counter thing. Like, it just does that, and it tells me the distance.
I don't take enough steps by any means.
Oh.
I do not.
I would think at that summer camp you'd be so productive. I can't function.
How much does archery burn?
Yeah.
You're alone. Douglas was wearing an Illinois shirt. I love it. One of the things I did I'll show it again. One of the things I did during this COVID whole fun thing is I went through and took inventory of all my t-shirts, and I have 4 different shirts that just say like Illinois on it, and I didn't know that I had that many. I don't know why I have that many. I don't get it.
That's such a Midwestern thing.
It is.
T-shirt with your state name, not just you went to a state school, just state name on a shirt.
This is where I live now. What I wanted to do was, but I put them all in a bag, and that's my vacation clothes. That's it. That's what you wear when
a bag.
Yeah, when
Put them in a bag.
He said that extra shit. Yeah, I got my vacay bag.
My vacay bag. It's got all my Illinois stuff.
We're going up to the Wisconsin Dells. We're gonna be a bunch of fibs for the weekend and go down their water slides.
What's a fibs?
A effing Illinois bastard. That's what the Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
It's their racial slur for us. I was like, no, that's adorable. I find that adorable.
What is it? Fib? What?
Fib. A fucking Illinois bastard is what they're.
Oh, big deal, right?
It's Wisconsin. They're one of our largest suburbs. I don't understand.
Killers and people that spend way too much time outdoors to be overweight as they are. That's what I
gotta keep the George Costanza going.
That's true.
Kev, you and Mark have given me $1 billion idea. I'm gonna start a Fitbit audit company. That's kind of called bullshit on all these steps you're taking, dude.
Little ankle.
All right, guys. I'm gonna stop the stream for now.
All right, guys. Have